movie, one shot movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we'll get to see Tyler Lockett. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Seahawks and the Giants, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are a few cities fighter on a clear afternoon to this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Ready? They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Geno now to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Walker on first down.
And all the way down inside the 5-minute 4.
41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. The Giants had 1 and 6 now. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
And this is what you got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. This defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw in this game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points will be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On fourth down, Jones. The quick slant caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Jackson to return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Going to be a Super Bowl preview. The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Running again with Barkley on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10. Jones had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready?
On 1st down, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate. Flag didn't come out for grounding, but he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Left side complete to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to go up top again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach.